What's up, everybody? This is a really random video, but it's something that I thought would be entertaining if I shared this with you. So I was trying to find for like a long time a set of gloves to replace these here. These are my favorite pair of gloves for the winter time, and where I live it's very cold, long, harsh winter, so it's important to have gloves. And I've had these for years, but unfortunately, as you can see, look at the fingers, they're wearing away. It's time to get a replacement pair. So online, the weird like internet Amazon thing happened to me, which is it just somehow knew that I was looking for gloves and it gave me like a weird random recommendation. So it's like a Chinese website. It was like sunlenny.com, but what they had on there looked like a good product. So I figured I'm gonna give them a try to see what happens. I bought it on my MasterCard. You gotta put it on a credit card if it's a sketchy website, because that way you can get your money back if it's a problem. And when it comes to sketchy websites, by the way, putting your credit card in, it might seem counterintuitive, but yeah, it's actually better to do that than like something that your bank account is actually attached to. So it actually didn't take as long as I was expecting. So I was a little worried too about how long it would take to come in. It came in after about like 3 to 4 weeks. So this is what they look like. I got two pairs. I got the gray and I got the black. So we're gonna open them up real quick. We're gonna do a review on these real quick and see how they are. They're claimed to be warm, waterproof. I got the extra large because I got the big hands. I'm a short guy with big hands. So I got the little zipper on the back. That's how you tighten them up. Do they have any branding? This is the branding right here. Let me show you the branding. Where's the camera at? It's the branding right there. It'll focus in. Oh, that's the branding, and then it says this too. Some other branding. Well, I can't see. There we go. That's the branding right there that it comes with. Let me show you the back too. This is what the back looks like, or the palm, I guess is what you would call this. So it's got the little grip. It's nice. It's got like a little thin material, kind of similar to my favorite pair that I got years ago. These they had the little grip. So you see this little pattern on my old pair. This used to be over the whole palm, but I bought those a long time ago, so it all wore off. So let's first of all see if it fits, because if it doesn't fit, you must have quit. All right, will it fit over my big hands? All right, that's a start. It fits over my hands. You zip it up. Not bad. It's a little bit thicker than my favorite pair, but it's still like the thin type that I like, so I could definitely still like move my hands around and do, all the little activities I would do. And they feel like they're gonna be warm too. We're gonna test them outside. Don't worry, we're gonna go outside in a little bit. This is only part one. So I got both hands on. Not bad. You got the little grip. Not bad. It definitely feels warm. Should I wash these first before I put them on? It'll be fine. I just thought about that. I'm like, who knows what factory these came out of? But that's true of anything, I guess. But yeah, I do like this. The Windstopper XY, that's what it's called. So these are the reason why I bought these. They're advertised as being good for cycling and wintertime sports. And that's exactly what I'm going to go test them out with doing. We're going to go cycling with these in the winter and see if I actually keep my hands warm. And we're going to test out their claim that these are waterproof, which we can actually test right now. We're going to go to the sink with them. All right, this is test number 2. Are they actually waterproof? Oh shoot, they actually are. Look at that. The water is just running right over my hands. So they are indeed waterproof. There's got to be some type of hydrophobic coating on there. So my hand is getting a little bit damp, but it's also like extreme. Like you probably wouldn't just be having a faucet full of water going over your hands. But yeah, I will still give them that. I will give them that it is at least water resistant. I do feel a little dampness on this part of my hand, but it is at least water resistant. Let me try out the other pair now. We gotta see what both pairs look like. I'm gonna model. So this is what the black looks like. We got the black. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. I do have to say they're a tight fit, which that's a good thing though, because that's something that I look for. I want it to be tight. Now these are supposedly extra large, and I definitely do take an extra large size glove, but I notice they are pretty snug. So I do want to point that out, just in case anybody else gets the same ad and takes a chance on it and gets something like this. This side too, it's a little tight, a little snug, which isn't bad for something that's more activity oriented. So this is what the black pair looks like. So you got the branding on there, a little webbing on the front. What's up, everybody? I'm back to check in again on these gloves I got here. So it's been a few weeks since I've had these things, and I wanted to actually come back after I just got through fat biking for 8 miles, and this is the meaning of ice cold. I wore these guys. This is the reason why I bought them, so I could do wintertime riding. 33 degrees Fahrenheit, just a little bit over freezing temperature. So that would probably be just above zero, probably like 1 degree Celsius for all the people that are not in America. And so this is how it went wearing these bad boys. So about like the first 5 miles, when I was riding it with a tailwind, the wind blowing from behind me, I was fine, perfectly warm, super comfortable, flexible. I could reach the brakes and gear levers, everything without a problem. Didn't barely notice I was wearing them. On the way back, going into a headwind, and the headwind actually got stronger. It kind of picked up. You can't see it through the windows right now probably, but it actually is a strong enough wind to be shaking the trees around a little bit. So that's when I got kind of frigid cold. Now I can't really blame these for that. You know, that's just me. I don't have the best circulation going into my fingers, so for me that's a really good test for me to see how those felt at a headwind. Compared to, you know, just wearing no gloves, if you look at the amount of ash on my knuckles after riding, there's like a 10 out of 10 improvement over if I was riding with no gloves at all. Over wearing mittens, it's slightly worse than wearing mittens, but that's just natural. You know, gloves are not going to keep somebody with poor hand circulation as warm as mittens will. But they still did a good job, I felt. I felt like I was very warm. I was comfortable. On the way back, had I brought some extra hand warmers to throw in my pockets, I probably could have stuck my hands in my pockets every now and then and been fine. Without the hand warmers, I stuck my hands in my pockets for a few minutes, and it got me back up to, you know, a workable temperature of my hands. But, you know, it wasn't until we got to like 45 minutes of riding that I finally started to completely lose the feeling in my fingertips and knew, okay, now I have to come out of the gloves and warm my hands up. So I would say they did a good job for that. If I was going to rate them out of 10, and 10 being wearing mittens, my ski mittens that had the hand warmers inside, that would be a 10, and 1, nothing at all. These are probably a 6 or a 7 of warmth for me, so I would say 2 thumbs up. For absolute frigid cold wintertime riding like this, I probably would say you still would. These probably are not enough by their own to cut it. But for more like late fall and early spring, we're more into like 40s Fahrenheit, 40s, low 50s Fahrenheit. These would do more than a good enough job for that. Like I know if I was riding like 45 degree temperatures, my hands would be very warm and comfortable with those gloves. So the other update on these now, before I give my final verdict, I don't have them here. I'm going to actually pop to past self, so because I got these dirty, so I've been wearing them for a few weeks and I've actually been doing things with them. So let's see how it worked out when it's time to wash these with the gray pair after I got some stains on it. Hey guys, so this is the gray pair right here. So after using these for a few weeks, just general use, shoveling, just being outside in the winter, driving around, I've gotten these pretty dirty over time, and I actually got some nice stains on here. So from airtime cycling, that actually is a stain from me having to replace a chain that popped off. Got the oil stains on there. It's got some other stains on here, just general, you know, mud, dirt stains from shoveling and doing other wintertime stuff. So I actually had to put these in the wash. So they did survive the washing machine. This pair unfortunately came with a bit of a defect here that I found out. There actually is just no stitching here, so this did not rip or get damaged from me wearing it. It was just a defect. And I figured it doesn't bother me enough to bother with sending them back. I probably could fix that myself by stitching it back together or using some fabric glue, so that's fine. But yeah, after putting these in the wash, I just washed them, cold water, normal laundry soap. And it did take most of the dirt out. It did not take the oil stains out. So that's something to keep in mind. If you get oil stains, you might want to try some different fabric treatment on that to remove that. But the bigger point to that is these were washed, and then these did get tumble dried, actually part way by accident, just because I forgot. So these did survive being machine washed and tumble dried. So that's the big story here of these that I wanted to make sure I show you guys. So they're washable and they survived it. All right, so to give my conclusion on these, wintertime in Buffalo, New York, very cold, very windy. And for these, shoveling, super warm. Every day just wearing them, driving my car, walking around outside, super warm, super comfortable. Being able to use my hands and be able to do things with these on, very good. I was able to, I'm able to go in, wear these and take things out of my wallet and put them back in without much of a problem. I can take things out of my pocket. I can zip up my coats, wear my gloves, use my keys. It does everything like that. Great. The grip on the fingers is great. The touchscreen capability on the fingertips works great. They're pretty durable. Unfortunately, the gray pair came with a little bit of a defect to them, but the black pair, these have been holding up just fine. I have pretty big hands, and being able to get in and out of these gloves without ripping this little zipper part, that's pretty good, because I would have ripped it by now. There's a problem there. So yeah, I would say if you see this weird advertisement on your phone from sunlenny.com and you want to buy it, go ahead and get them. It's a good product. Maybe if them guys see this video, sponsor me, baby. I'm ready for it. Send me some more of your stuff to review. I would love it. All right, everybody. Well, this is Too Cool TV Adventures. So I'm going to see you guys later on for some more adventures.